Well, the big news today was the fact that Shedeur Sanders suffered an oblique injury in early drills. He was shut down for the rest of practice.
Now, you're saying prove to me you can't do it. And I think the Cleveland Browns are of the mind, prove to me that you can do it. But he proved in one game that he could do it, so much so that they now have to give him the chance in the second preseason game.
Because what Kevin Stefanski did is actually par for the course. I know a lot of fans don't want to hear it. I know a lot of fans don't know about it. But I'm going to take y'all inside this locker room. So
now the Browns want you and me and the media to believe that Shedeur Sanders is out with an oblique injury. But if you pull the curtain back, this doesn't smell like an injury story. It smells like politics. So what happened? Here's the official Cleveland Browns timeline, early drills, pre-game. Shedeur says he's feeling a little discomfort in the oblique. Trainers check him out. Next thing, he's pulled from practice, done for the day, and questionable for the next game. Okay, so you know how the NFL is supposed to be about football. Well, sometimes it feels like it's actually about drama, and right now, Cleveland is giving us premium drama. Seriously, if the NFL ever had a reality show, this would be the season pilot. If you're here because you love the game, if you root for the underdog, or especially if you're riding with Shedeur Sanders, do me a favor, tap that like button, smash subscribe, and if your loyalty is unshakable, drop SS 100% in the comments. Let's see how many real ones we have in here. Coach Kevin Stefanski gets in front of cameras, says, "We're looking at everyone. We're developing all our quarterbacks. It's a competition. Sounds fine. Right, totally normal. Yeah, no." The real story coming from people close to Shedeur. It's not an injury. It's basically just mild soreness. The kind every player battles, and the kind he literally played through flawlessly the week before. The timing is interesting, and here's where the eyebrows start to rise. This didn't happen in a vacuum. Hey, few days before the injury report, Stefanski releases a depth chart. Shedeur, who just put up the best quarterback performance Cleveland has seen all preseason, gets ranked QB for below Dillon and Pickett, and here's the kicker. Both those guys are injured. They can't even play. So how is Shedeur behind them? You don't need to be an NFL insider to think, okay? What exactly is going on here? Right when the conversation is building, fans online calling for Shedeur to get more reps. Some of the media starting to rally behind him suddenly. This injury pops up. Now, every time someone asks, why isn't Shedeur starting? The Browns can just smile and say, he's banged up, can't do it right now, and boom. End of discussion, except if you've actually watched him play this preseason. You know there's no way a little soreness makes you change your whole depth chart philosophy, unless, maybe, there's another reason. People are calling this out. Dan Orlovsky, who's not exactly afraid to call out coaches, came right out and said it. Stefanski needs to stop with the vague talk and give Shedeur starter reps. And Dan's point was perfect. If you think a player can't handle it, then prove it. Give him the chance, let him play, and if he crashes, fine, you've got your proof. But Shedeur hasn't crashed. If anything, he's done the opposite. He's looked calm, smooth, smart with the ball, and he's been making plays under pressure like a guy you want to see more of. So why not play him? That's the million-dollar question, and the answer people are starting to believe. Stefanski never planned for Shedeur to really be in the starter conversation this year. He wanted to stick with his guys, and Shedeur's breakout disrupted the plan. So out comes the injury card. Nice and simple. Fans aren't having a thing about Cleveland fans. They notice things like this. They've been through everything with this team. And if you think they're going to quietly ignore politics messing with potential, nah. Social media blew up. Hashtags about trading Shedeur started trending. People were saying, if you're not gonna play him here, send him somewhere that will. The trade whisperer Shedeur himself has quietly said he'd consider leaving if the Browns keep treating him like this. And the team he had one in mind, the Los Angeles Rams. Makes sense, doesn't it? No controversy over there. Stable coaching. You get to chill behind Matthew Stafford till it's your turn. And if Stafford decides this is his last season, you're already in line. Why the Rams would actually love this from the Rams' perspective. Bringing in Shedeur is low risk with big upside. Give him a quiet environment to develop. No pressure from local media. And in a year or two, he's ready. From the Browns' perspective, you drafted him in the 5th round. If you can flip him for a 4th, you win from a raw number standpoint. Sure, fans will hate it, and it screams we never believed in him. but pure business logic says you come out ahead. The owner steps in. Sources say Browns owner Jimmy Haslam doesn't want Shedeur going anywhere. He's seen the fan hype, the buzz, the jersey sales from a business lens. Shedeur is an asset, whether he's starting or not. And when the guy who writes the checks wants a player to stay, that puts a coach in a very awkward spot. Fans want the kid. The analysts are on TV saying play him. The owner's hinting he needs to keep him. Meanwhile, Stefanski's still running practice like Shedeur's just a depth guy. The pressure cooker's turning up. And if anybody thinks the locker room isn't watching all this unfold, you better believe they are. Players always read the room. The performance receipts wildest part. The numbers back Shedeur all the way. Preseason so far, the guy's been accurate, taken care of the football, moved drives without panicking, reads coverage well. He's not skipping plays under pressure, he's making them. And that just makes the oblique injury even harder to buy. One of the commentators nailed it when they said, "Stop telling me what a player can't do. Your job as a coach is to put them in positions to succeed." And yep, that's exactly why this whole thing is sticking in people's throats, because at its core, football's simple. If a guy's winning snaps and executing, you play him. Politics shouldn't even be in the room. Trade rumors keep coming. Every game Shedeur doesn't suit up for. The Rams' idea picks up steam. It's actually genius PR for them, a potential future QB talent just being mishandled in Cleveland. They don't even have to try. The Browns are basically advertising him for them. The coach's legacy for Stefanski. This isn't just about preseason games. Coaching reputations in the NFL hang on these decisions. If the league decides he's the kind of coach who buries talent because it doesn't match his plan, that's the kind of label that follows you for seasons. Players talk. Agents talk. What's really at stake? This is bigger than one rookie QB. It's about locker room trust. About whether performance actually matters. About whether the Browns' so-called competition is really competitive. And right now, it's not looking good. Look, Cleveland's a ride-or-die sports city. They've sat through heartbreak after heartbreak. But the one thing they can't stand is seeing someone earn it on the field and still sit out. Because of some management game, they won't tolerate it quietly. The shouts are getting louder. Play him or trade him. We're running out of preseason days to figure this out. And the Browns basically have three options. Admit he's healthy, let him play, and see what happens. Keep pushing the injury angle and pray the backlash doesn't get worse. Ship him out for more draft capital and brace for the fan backlash. Money factor. Let's not pretend money's not in the room. A player who lights up preseason and has a nationwide name brand like Shedeur. That moves tickets, merch, and media coverage. And that's worth real cash. If Stefanski thinks this is just about football strategy, the front office may remind him there's more on the table. So here we are, days from the season. And the Browns' hottest headline isn't about week one strategy, it's about whether a rising QB is actually injured or just caught in playbook politics. Either way, there's no denying, Shedeur has shown he can ball. Every week he doesn't. This whole story gets messier. All right, your move. Is this really an injury? Or is Cleveland running a cover play to keep the depth chart safe? Do the Browns need to face the music and give him the chance he's earned? Or should Shedeur call their bluff, take the trade, and start fresh in LA? Light up the comments. Drop SS 100% if you're rocking with him. And tell me exactly where you stand on this, because after this preseason circus, we need to talk about what's really going on in Cleveland.
Thanks for staying informed with us. If you found this update helpful, give it a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments, share the video with others who should know, and hit that subscribe button with the bell so you're always first to hear the latest breaking stories.